Welcome to Slow Living English.
Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. I'm Alice.
And I'm Mark. It's good to be here today.
It is. Mark, sometimes I feel like talking to people is hard.
Yes, I understand that feeling very well. I have been thinking about it.
Oh, really? Tell me more. What makes you think that?
Well, I had a small chat with a friend last week. It was about our plans.
Okay, plans. Those can be tricky sometimes. What happened exactly?
We were talking about a trip. I thought we agreed on a date.
Right, a specific date for your trip. That sounds important.
Yes, it was. Then, later, my friend sent me a message.
A message? And it was about the trip, I guess?
Yes. The message said the date was different. It was a new day.
Oh, a new day. So, you felt confused then?
I felt more than confused. I felt, frustrated and a little angry.
Frustrated and angry. That's a strong feeling. Why did you feel that way?
I thought we had a clear talk. I thought we understood each other.
You thought you were clear. You thought he understood you?
Yes, but then the misunderstanding came. It made me tired.
I see. It makes you tired when these things happen.
It does. My head felt heavy. My shoulders felt tense.
Right. When communication goes wrong, it can really hurt.
It can. It makes me want to avoid talking sometimes.
Avoid talking? That's a big impact on your friendships.
It is. I want to have good talks. I want to feel understood.
That's a very normal wish, Mark. Everyone wants that.
But it feels hard. It feels like I try and still things go wrong.
I know what you mean. It's like you hit a wall.
Exactly. A wall of words, and then a wall of silence.
And this silence feels heavy, right? It creates distance.
Yes, it does. I think about it a lot. How can I fix this?
That's a great question, Mark. It's about how we handle these moments.
How do we handle them? I usually just get quiet.
Getting quiet is one way, but there are other ways too.
I am ready to hear them. I want to talk better.
Okay, so here's the first thing. It's about pausing.
Pausing? Like stopping for a moment?
Yes, exactly. When you feel that frustration, that anger,
Like when my friend changed the trip date.
right then you need to pause. Take a deep breath.
A deep breath. How does that help?
Our emotions can be very fast. They can make us say things.
Things we later regret, maybe?
Precisely. So when you feel that rush of emotion, just stop.
Stop and breathe. How many breaths?
Just 1 or 2 deep breaths. Feel the air go in, feel it go out.
Okay, so I breathe. Then what?
This small pause gives your brain a moment. It calms your body.
It calms my body. So I am less angry.
Not instantly, maybe, but you can think more clearly.
Think more clearly. That sounds good. My head was not clear.
It helps you choose your words. Instead of reacting fast,
I see. So first, pause and breathe. That's step 1.
yes. Now, here is the second tip. It's about listening.
Listening. I thought I was listening to my friend.
You were, but sometimes we listen to respond, not to understand.
Listen to respond, not to understand. That's interesting.
So after you pause, try this. Repeat what you heard.
Repeat what I heard out loud?
Yes, you can say, so if I understand correctly, you mean...
So, if I understand correctly, you mean the trip is now on Tuesday.
Exactly. Or, did I hear you say that you prefer coffee over tea?
That sounds a bit formal, maybe.
Not really. It shows you care. It shows you want to be sure.
It checks for understanding, like a double check.
Yes, and it gives the other person a chance to correct you.
No, Mark, I meant Wednesday.
Right. Then the misunderstanding is fixed right away.
That makes sense. I often just assume.
Assuming can lead to many problems. This way, you don't assume.
I remember a time I told a colleague about a file.
A file at work? What happened?
I said, "The report is in the blue folder."
The blue folder. Sounds simple enough.
Yes, but our office has 2 blue folders. One light blue, one dark blue.
Oh no! Which one did your colleague check?
He checked the light blue one. The report was in the dark blue one.
Oh, Mark, that's a perfect example.
He looked for an hour. I felt so bad.
If you had said, "So, you are looking for the report in the dark blue folder?"
He could have said, "Which blue folder?" We would have saved time.
Exactly. Repeating helps clarify details. It's very useful.
Okay, pause and breathe. Then repeat what I heard. What is the third tip?
The third tip is about how you express yourself.
How I express myself. My words.
Yes, when you feel upset, it's easy to say, "You always do this."
Oh, I have said that before. Many times.
Many people do, but "you always" can sound like blame.
It does. My friend then gets defensive.
Right, so instead of "you" statements, use "I" statements.
I statements? How do they work?
You focus on your feelings. You say, "I feel emotion" when situation.
I feel sad when you change plans at the last minute.
Perfect. Or, "I feel confused when the date changes."
So, I say how I feel and what made me feel that way.
Yes, this way you own your feelings. You are not blaming.
It sounds softer, less like an attack.
It is. The other person is more likely to listen to your feelings.
Instead of getting defensive. That makes sense.
You are sharing your experience, not judging theirs.
So, for my friend in the trip date, I could say,
You could say, "I felt a little worried when I saw the new date."
I felt worried. I thought we had agreed on another day.
Yes, and then you can ask, "Can we talk about it?"
That sounds much better than me just getting angry.
It keeps the conversation open. It builds understanding.
Wow, these 3 steps are simple, but they feel powerful.
They are. Let's imagine a situation.
Okay, let's try it.
Imagine your neighbor. He plays loud music late at night.
Oh, that's a common problem. My old neighbor did that.
You feel annoyed. You cannot sleep. What do you do?
My first thought is to knock on his door angrily.
Stop. Remember step 1.
Right. Pause. Deep breath. 1, 2, 3.
Good. Now, what do you say to him using step 3?
I would say, I feel very tired. When the music is loud at night,
Keep going. Add why.
I cannot sleep well. My head feels heavy in the morning.
Excellent, Mark. You focused on your feelings.
Then, maybe I could use step 2?
How would you use it?
I could ask, so you like to listen to music late?
You could. Or you could ask, "Did I hear you playing music now?"
That is a gentler way. It opens the talk.
Yes. And your neighbor will likely respond better.
My old neighbor would just turn it up louder if I was angry.
That happens. But with these steps, you build a bridge.
A bridge instead of a wall. I like that idea.
I remember a time at work, a new colleague joined.
Oh, New colleagues can be interesting.
She was very quiet. I thought she didn't like her tasks.
You thought she was unhappy.
Yes, I felt a little worried for her, so I decided to talk.
You used your own advice?
I did. I paused first, then I went to her desk.
What did you say?
I said, I feel a little unsure about your tasks. Is everything okay?
You used an I statement.
Yes, she looked surprised. Then she said, Oh, I am just thinking.
She was just thinking, not unhappy.
Exactly. She was just focusing a lot. She was very new.
So your feeling was wrong.
Yes. Then I asked, So you are thinking about how to do the task?
You repeated her words to check.
Yes. She said, Yes, I want to do it perfectly.
Wow, that's a nice outcome. No misunderstanding.
It made me feel happy. We had a good talk after that.
That's a great story, Alice. It shows these steps work.
They really do. They help us connect better.
I feel like I can try these now. For my friends, for my colleagues.
You can, Mark. It takes practice, but it gets easier.
I will try to pause first, then repeat, then use I statements.
You will see a difference. People will listen more.
I hope so. I want my conversations to be clearer.
Clearer and calmer, less stress for everyone.
Less stress? That's a good goal.
So, remember these 3 steps, everyone.
First, pause and take a deep breath.
Second, repeat what you heard to check understanding.
Third, use I statements to express your feelings.
These simple steps can change your talks, make them much better.
They help you understand others and help others understand you.
We hope you found these tips helpful today.
Try them out in your daily life. See what happens.
Share your stories with us. We would love to hear them.
Yes, tell us how these tips work for you.
Thank you for listening today.
We will see you next time.
Bye.